Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. I love you so much that in the middle of a summer hot afternoon, I turned my oven on so that I can share my Ferrero Rocher cupcake recipe with you. I've gotten this recipe requested so much, and I feel like there's no better time than the present because it has been a hot minute since I made a recipe of a cupcake recipe here on Laura in the Kitchen. These are devilishly good, rich, chocolatey. I mean, really all just the very best decadent thing you can think of is this. Let's get started with the ingredients. Cocoa powder, all-purpose flour, salt, baking soda, and baking powder, granulated sugar. What I have here is some warm water and some instant coffee powder that I mixed together. Eggs, unsalted butter that's been softened to room temperature, and you're going to need vanilla extract, and these are some Ferrero Rocher. All I've done is unwrap these and pop them into the freezer for a couple of hours. You want them to be frozen. I've got my oven preheated to 350, my muffin pan ready with some liners, and I am ready to rock and roll. So easy and so simple, but so good. Okay, I'm just going to do this in a bowl with my spatula. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. I want to keep it easy and simple. Should have sifted my sugar, but let's be honest here, I don't sift sugar. I just crush it with my spatula. So all I'm going to do is just mix these together until just about combined. I'm going to add in the eggs and a little splash of vanilla. I'm just going to switch to a whisk for this. And I'm just going to whisk these until they're just about combined. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want to get them mixed well. Add in the dry ingredients. I'm going to add half. I'm going to add all the coffee. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go in at the same time anyway. Now, what that water, really what we made is essentially like a cup of coffee. And what that does is it gives you, it makes the chocolate really chocolatey. It makes it stand out a lot more. Believe me, I know it sounds crazy, but it works so, so well. And this really is almost like the same recipe, cake batter-wise, as my devil's food cake, which I know you all love, and I do as well. It's so good, and it's so chocolatey. It is just, it is good. So, oops, I'm just going to continue to whisk for just a minute or so. What I want you to do is I want you to fill this up about halfway. Take your Ferrero Rocher, dunk it in the center, and then put the rest of your batter on top like so. I'm going to pop these in my preheated oven at 350, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. They'll take about 18 minutes or so to fully cook through. My cupcakes baked for 18 minutes. They've cooled completely. I only have a few here on my tray because they wouldn't all fit. Now they do resemble muffins. That's because remember there's a Ferrero Rocher inside, so it's gonna overbake a little bit, so it's gonna come out a little bit, but trust me, they are phenomenal, and you need that much batter in order to cover the entire piece of chocolate. So here what I have is some whipped cream that I just sweetened with a little bit of confectioner's sugar, and to it I'm adding a little bit of cocoa powder, and I'm just turning it into basically chocolate whipped cream. And then I've also got some Nutella, obviously, and I've got some Ferrero Rocher. Now the very first the batch, the 12 Ferrero Rocher I had when I made the actual cupcakes, those were frozen. They were in the freezer for several hours because if you don't do that, they're going to melt and fall apart. So it just really helps to have them be a little bit frozen, or pretty much frozen all the way. It just really helps keep them together. And all I'm doing is just mixing my cocoa powder with my whipped cream, and I am sifting it this time because I don't want any lumps. Just mix this with my spoon, nothing fancy. I've got my piping bag here fitted with a large tip, just round tip. You could do a star, whatever you prefer. So now let's get doing this. I'm very naughty, and when I do something, I do it 100% or nothing. So if I'm gonna make a Ferrero Rocher cupcake, I'm gonna slather it with Nutella too. I mean, duh. It tastes the same. It's like made on Nutella. The actual chocolate itself tastes like it's made on Nutella. So that's just what I'm gonna do. So what I do is I take a little bit of Nutella on my butter knife, and I just do a nice coat just like that. Got my whipped cream. These are naughty but oh so nice. Because everybody needs to know that it's not just a plain old cupcake. I am so not crafty, it's not even funny. But however, I can make things that taste good. Might not look good, but you know, we just roll with it around here. That's all I gotta say. Actually, I'm not even gonna worry about this one. Because I'm gonna just go into it. I feel like I need some sort of theme music. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of that. Trying to do this so that I can show you. Hold on. A bit of a problem, but yeah. That is phenomenal. I feel like the screenshots I'm going to get of this, it's going to be a lot. But you know what? I don't care. Because guess what? When you've got an epic cupcake, you figure out how to eat it without getting it all over you. That is so good. I can't even. No words. Not going to go on and on about it. You just go to my website, www.LauraintheKitchen.com, get the recipe, make it, you will go nuts. What recipe should I make next? What cupcake recipe should I make next? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed spending time with me, I'll see you next time. Bye. Party in the house. This is my stretch. When I'm all bounded up with mics and stuff. Can I get started? No more coffee for me.